Hello guys, welcome back to your one-stop video tutorial. Hope you are doing absolutely fine. In today's tutorial, we are going to start a new series on data visualization using Python. If you are new to Python, then I have created one course that is named as Basics of Python for Beginners. That course will help you a lot. The link will be in description for that course if you are new to Python. So getting over to this, we are going to start from library needed for data visualization. Data visualization consists of many things that is we see in our day-to-day life. That is, there are different kind of charts, that is the bar graph, pie chart, histogram plots and all. So we are going to cover that all. So basically starting from our library needed, so the library which we are going to use will be the matplotlib. There are different libraries that are available for data visualization purpose, like matplot, seaborn, bokeh, altair, plotly and ggplot. So we will focusing mainly on matplotlib and seaborn. We will see both of the libraries. Starting from completely scratch, that is how to import the library, what are the uses of that matplot library and all. So next, talking about the types of plot. So we are having types of plot like bar plot, box plot, histogram, hist2d plot, pie, stack plot, scatter plot and simple plot, that is the line plot, axis plot and all. In this series, we are going to see further the axis functions that are used to add the figure text, figure number, to add the x label, y label, title to the graph. To make it more interactive, we are using this axis function. Similarly, we can also use the figure function is also there. Here you can see to add the text to figure, create new figure, display figure, save the current figure and close the figure window, all these. Then we are moving towards the multiplot, subplot, grid, plots with examples. Surely, I will show you the examples. Then we will see pair plot, histogram, pie plot, scatter plot, different kinds of plots as I have told you earlier. So getting started, matplotlib tutorial first, we are going to see here. Matplot is a low-level graph plotting library in Python that serves as a visualization utility. Matplot was created by John D. Hunter, and now we are using it for various purposes in data analytics and data visualization purpose. So how to import the matplotlib? So if we are using the command prompt name in your CDM, you have to just write the command, that is pip install matplotlib. It will start installing. If you are using the Jupyter notebook, as I have mentioned here, if you are using the Jupyter notebook, then surely you have to write import matplotlib matplotlib.pyplot as plt. This is one of the standard format to import the matplotlib in Jupyter notebook. For checking the matplotlib version, here you can write the command print matplotlib.version. You can see the version. So starting from this command, that is import matplotlib, I will write import matplotlib.pyplot. So here I will just copy paste the command, that is print matplotlib.version. Yeah, yes, now it is showing the module version as 3.2.2, and to run it, and we have also seen the version. Now I will show you, as it is the numerical function, we are going to add some numbers, that like we are going to give x equals to some value, y equals to some value, and then we are going to plot both the x and y graph surely for the straight line for the first time. So I will write import numpy as np, import numpy as np. In this I want to write some values, that is x equals to, I will write the values as comma 8 for x. For y I will write some 3 comma 10. So these are the values. So I will write so now we want to plot both the x and y axis simultaneously. So I will write the command plt.plot, in bracket I will write x comma y. So here you can see the first graph, that is I have just imported few lines. So let me quick remind you what we have done in this. So for this we have imported matplotlib library, matplot library as pyplot as plt. Then we have imported the numpy for the numerical function that we are going to that we have used here, that is 1 and 8. I have given the x value, 3 and 10 I have given the y value. One thing you need to know here is number of x values. If there are 5 x values, then there must be the 5 y values, as there is symmetry in the graph. Now if I write here 5, means I have given the 3 variables to the x and 2 variables to the y, then there will be surely error. But if I add one more numerical value in y, then there will be a graph that is plotted. So this is the rubbish random graph which I have plotted here. So it has no attribute, any kind of thing. So this is the first graph which I have shown here. So talking more about this, as I have mentioned earlier, we can add the axis function and figure function to create our dashboard more interactive. So I will write here x comma y comma, and I will just give any kind of color. We can say I will write G. So here you can see I have changed the color of the graph, that is from blue to green. So to make our dashboard more interactive, I will write here the x label, y label and title to the graph. So I will write plt dot, the command is simple, we have to just write plt dot x label. So in x label, whatever you want to write, it must be in double quote, as we are going to write a string. X label, I will write name, I will write it later. Then plt dot y label, whatever you want to write here, and plt dot title, So these three are the commands for x label, y label and title. So in title I will write trial graph. In y label I will write some values, that is month, and in x label I will write hours. So by giving just three commands, that is plt dot x label, plt dot y label and plt dot title, we can see here is the title which we have given the trial graph. In x label we have given the hours, in y label we have given the month. In this way we can make it more interactive. Now if someone watches this graph and see this, then he can surely understand, okay, this is the trial graph. In here the months are given in the row, and in the x label there are given the hours. So I will write one more graph using the math function. There are different functions we can use. So by using the math function, I will try to implement the sine graph. So for this I will again import numpy and math function. Import empty, comma math function, x equals to np dot arrange. In this we have to give the insertion values for our sine function. I will write 0 comma math dot pi square, and now we will write our values 0.022, I guess. You can write any value you want. So this one will be our x-axis, that is x equals to np dot arrange 0 comma math dot pi square comma the value 0.022 interval. So now we will create our y-axis. So here y equals to np dot, we want sine graph, that's why we will write sine of x function. So we have given x function, and for that we want our graph, that is sine function of x. So again I will write plt dot plot x comma y. So here we have created a simple graph, that is the sine graph for our function x. Here are some of the values. We can change these values again. Here you can see as we change the x values, then the graph also changes slightly. Here we can also change the color of the graph, comma I will write if you want it in red color, so R. Here you can see our sine graph changes to R. Okay, so let's make it more interactive. We will write the command like lt dot title In title I will write sine graph. Sine graph plt dot x label. In x label I want, let's say, angle, and in y label I want, for y label I want I am writing E. So this is the interactive graph which we have created here. That is the sine graph. Here you can see, as from the title, the x values are given as angles, and from y values you can see these are the sine values. So just by using few commands you can create the interactive dashboard using matplotlib function. So these two was just the basic graph, that is trial graph, which we have created using the simple line graph is there, and we have created a sine graph. Now we will try to implement one realistic graph that we are going to use here. So we will write years and GDP. We will try to plot years and GDP graph using matplotlib function. So let's get started. I will write years. One thing I would like to mention, as I have imported earlier the numpy function, the math function, and also the matplotlib, it's not needed to import the libraries again and again. Once you have imported the library, it's for all the function. So I will directly write the command, that is years equals to, I will write from starting from 1991, so it's 1992, so I have mentioned the 5 years, 1991 to 1995. Then again I will write the GDP of the all years. I have mentioned earlier, if I have 5 years, then I am supposed to write only the 5 years GDP data here. If I mention 6 year GDP data, then the graph will not be implemented. So I will write the 5 years GDP. I will write some random values, 300, 400, 600, 900, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will write 578. So these are some of the random values. So now we are going to plot the years and GDP. The simple command plt dot plot. Here we have years and GDP. So this is our GDP graph starting from year 1991 to 1995, with the GDP of 300, 400, some of the increasing, decreasing constantly. To make it more interactive, we can also add here the command like, in earlier you have seen the 2-3 commands, that is to make our dashboard more interactive, we are using the commands like to add the title, for X label, for Y label. So in this we will make some changes. We will add some different commands like marker. So I will first implement, then you can clearly understand what is the use of marker function here. So I will write marker. Oh no, it's marker. It's marker. So here you can see I have implemented marker equals to O. So this is the command, and here you can see whenever there is the year and GDP, here you can see the marker. So 1991 300, talking about 1993 and 600, there is one marker here. 1995 and there is 578 value. So somewhere between 500 and 600 there is this kind of marker. Again here we will write plt dot title. We will write title as GDP graph for 5 years. we write plt.xlabel. Y label we will give billions of rupees. Okay, it's not getting. Okay, it's here, this level L8. So this is the interactive graph which we have created. The realistic graph we can save this one, years GDP. Then we have also implemented the marker function here, GDP graph for 5 years. The title, the X label is given as years and the Y label is billions of rupees. So this was just a basic introductory video for creating interactive dashboards for data analysis and data visualization purpose. If you like this video and find it informative, hit like and do subscribe for more such videos. I will be bringing more such videos for you. So this was just the starting of the series. I will be bringing many more videos on this series. Do subscribe for complete free course on data visualization using Python. Thank you.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the